live.
Yeah, we're live now. Yeah. We
Shit.
did it just like that. We are live. For number 5. Rewind Wednesday number 5.
5.
Yeah.
That's about as high as I could count. So, no, it's gonna be fun. This is we had the announcement last week, and now we actually again have a good announcement at the end.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Because every week we get to the point of something awesome, and this week we get to start off with open box.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do.
Fuck yes.
And right, I mean, it's just why not? Like, we've had so many people mention, like, why aren't we doing open box? Like, we have the boxes. We have people collect open box, not just sealed, and people want to protect it, you know. And there are those titles from the early days that you just can't find sealed or can't find as easily. And, you know, why shouldn't everybody get to showcase their media in these awesome boxes, like, in these encapsulations? Like,
I think the beautiful thing is a lot of these tapes would cost thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
If they were sealed, and people be able to get that nostalgic, you know, to get that item, and it looks like when it's in a case, you a lot of times can't notice the difference. Yeah. So it's important that everyone can enjoy it, and for people that do collect sealed, it's so great because people get to enter the hobby and eventually find their way to sealed. Yeah. So this will broaden VHS in beta. Yeah. For a lot of people, and
definitely.
Fuck yes.
I mean, we'll wait till we get some more people in here, make sure everybody gets the chance to join, and we'll go into more detail of like what we're grading, what it looks like when we're grading, and just the overall kind of feel and aesthetic.
It's exciting. I mean,
of it all, you know, it's pretty crazy. We're also live on YouTube today. That's exciting.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Instagram and YouTube. We're doing all the mediums. Yeah. Like, we're here. You'll see we're doing some more things with the stream. We're trying to get it a little bit more professional.
The production. I mean, Callum stepped up the game this week.
Yeah, we're upping that production value.
Yeah, we scrubbed a few nickels together.
Right, yeah. And here we are.
Yeah, no, boom.
Right, and yeah, the open box, we said it, we were doing it last week, and it's here.
It's here.
And the website is not quite there.
Not almost.
But I have been told that it will be ready on Friday.
Don't even say a date now. Like,
the pressure's on.
Hey, but we will
they
say
need the pressure.
If you want to submit open box now, you could submit it. And actually, a good announcement that I haven't even told Callum.
Oh,
open box, starting at $55.
Oh,
so you could go and pick any tier you'd like.
Yeah.
And right now it'd be under sealed, but if you send the open box, we'll grade it as open box.
Yeah.
So go to rewindgrading.com, submit your tapes, and enjoy.
Yeah.
So
we're going to show you what a tape looks like. We'll show you the grade, and this is where our production value increases. Because I have a little transition here.
Whoa!
What is
shit.
this?
Snap!
This is crazy.
Oh, get to show it live.
What is happening? So you can see, like, we're going around the box here, and this is just to give you a better view of what an open box tape looks like. I'm also gonna change the vibe. We're a little bit too
aggressive. Yeah,
too
I feel like we're about to hit the Death Star.
Right.
like we're ready to ramp up. Like we're in the Millennium Falcon going in.
We're preparing for battle. You know.
Yeah.
Like
this might be like Braveheart. You know, like. Man.
Let's go a little bit more chill. And this is the fun of doing some live streaming. You know, we gotta decide what the vibe is. Anyway,
dude, imagine when we get to talk about music a bit, and we can pull out things that we could play. Like, hey, have you heard this?
Oh my god!
And I can make you listen to shitty music.
Yes, and hopefully they don't mute us because they do that.
They can mute. Oh.
Oh yeah. If you play copyrighted music, Instagram will. I think YouTube does it as well. It's kind of smart. Like, they do it. Everything's done in real time. So if you end up even singing.
Really?
Yeah. If you sing copyrighted music,
the computers are going to take us down because there's no way that's humans.
Oh no,
it's algorithms of
just listening out for those tones. But anyway, let's get back to the tape. So on the front, you can see that it does have a grade, and that grade comes from 3 things. It comes from the box, the tape, and the label. And we grade all three of those things
All three.
individually, and then it comes together in an overall grade. So we decided, with some like input from people in the community, that the box has the heaviest weight. You know, the box is what people are looking at mainly.
Well, it's the aesthetic, right? We're grading
Yeah.
the aesthetic of the tape. We're not grading the playability. So obviously, if we're grading the playability, the tape would be the most. But because it's the aesthetic, the box comes in at 60% of the value that we're putting to that grade.
Yeah.
And that's out of 100%. That 60% is strictly the sleeve, the box, the case, whatever you want to call it. 60%.
Yeah. And you can see that in the front of the label there, how we break it down, and it's front and center. You don't see this label and you think, oh, that could be sealed. Like, it's so clear, and that's super important that people understand and can see that clearly.
And people that watch us weekly, you're going to hear me be like a broken record, is that it's so important that you know what the fuck you're buying. And I don't know why I'm cursing a lot more this week. I'm just really excited. But, you know, right there you see it says open box on the front. You know, a lot of grading companies, some reason, use the same label and don't make it very obvious. And to me, it's very important. Like, I've bought stuff. I've had people go, hey, should I buy this? Seems like a great deal. And I'm like, that's not sealed. I'm like, oh, shucks, you know.
Yeah.
We had the opportunity to clearly write open box and also put the separate grades on the front.
Yeah.
Right across this bottom, you'll see we made it nice and it looks beautiful. And it says
it's nice and
box,
obvious.
Tape, label. So,
Yep.
boom.
Yeah. And really, when we're looking at, we are grading the same way. You know, it's not, we need to take into account that, yes, these boxes are more likely to have some damage over them just because they're open and they're not sealed. But, you know, we still have to apply our grading evenly and without bias just because it doesn't have a seal.
And we also, the grading is 60-20-20, which is 60 for the box, 20 for the tape, and 20 for the label. Yep. And label can be labels if there's a front, top one.
The front and spine label.
Also, make sure to check your tapes for mold. We do not accept mold. Even my own tape. We opened up one yesterday. We're researching, and there was mold. And it was a Ghostbusters side load, and that thing went actually in the trash. Yeah. Because, like, at one point, it's that much mold, it's like, sorry. It's kind of disgusting.
Yeah, the risk. You know, nobody wants to be
so don't be a duck. Don't send us mold.
If you've watched or played The Last of Us, you understand the risks of mold.
I haven't seen that.
Oh my goodness.
Does mold just kill everyone?
Well, it's fungus, but, you know, it's the same family of scary. That if it transfers to humans, we're all gonna die.
Unless it's shrooms. Just joking. No drug jokes. I got in trouble last time.
You did? Yeah. No
drug jokes.
Bad,
Denny.
Bad.
Sorry.
So, unbox, and that is like the focus this week is on open box. This is the next thing that we're not drugs. Not this week. That's the next thing we're launching, and I don't know if we're going to discuss what this tape is down here.
We're going to do that then.
We're going to do that at the end?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Let's stick on the open box, and then our announcement, jumping the gun.
Yeah, okay. No, I'm just making sure we're on the same wavelength.
So, right now, we can only do slip sleeve.
Yes.
And that's beta or VHS.
Yes.
We're still looking good for within 8 weeks to be able to do everything else. We don't hold us to that because it's a lot of outside of our control, like always. Yeah. But we are on pace.
Yeah.
So we're 1 week closer.
Yeah. And as you can see, we're upping our production value on these live streams. So, you know,
we're crushing it.
Sky's the limits right now, the way we're going. And, you know, we had a little kind of reality check with ourselves yesterday on the fact that we've only been open
5 weeks.
5 weeks.
5 weeks.
5 or 6 weeks. And, and here we are, like, launching open box, confident that we can do this properly and give it, like, the respect that it deserves. But also all the other projects that we have coming, and the conversations with people in the community are really helping us understand like where this needs to go.
I was just about to talk about that. Is I want to say thank you everyone reaching out. You know, even if it's a question you just want answered.
Yeah.
I love the interaction, you know, stuff about stickers, stuff about what they can send, and it's the phone calls.
Yep.
So don't stop. If you have a question, that's what we're here for. You know, it's we want the last thing to be, you don't, you know, believe our customer service is up there.
Yeah.
You call, you probably get Calum or Tracy.
Yeah.
The goal is within a ring. If it's 2 rings.
Yeah, something's going wrong.
Yeah, something's horribly wrong. Someone called 911. Calum's tied up. But no, keep calling in, keep writing. You know, and if you're in LA, and we do accept people dropping off tapes.
Yeah.
Now, when you do, we can't let you into the office, but we meet you in the lobby, and you know, we've met quite a few brilliant people, and had great stories and exchanges with them.
Yeah, yeah, and that for us, like that engagement is great. Like
we learn.
Yeah,
we learn what you want, because at the end of the day, this is not just what we want it to be. It's what you want it to be, and the closer we get to that blend, the better it's gonna be. So don't hesitate to reach out and tell us what you like and what you don't like.
Yeah, because it's so important. Because we can sit here and we can, you know, have all the brainstorming sessions in the world and come up with things that we really like and we really enjoy. But ultimately, everybody else has to, you know, like and enjoy what we're doing. And I think it's so important that people are comfortable reaching out to us. People are comfortable coming and visiting us and dropping off tapes, obviously, if you're close. And we actually got our first international order in today.
Ooh.
That was cool. Yeah. And the open box comes back, you know, we come back full circle with sealed as well, because we'll grade it in any condition. You know,
besides mold.
Besides mold.
Yeah, mold's not a condition.
No.
It's an alien form.
Yeah.
Kill us.
It's a horrible state that nobody wants to be handling. Nobody wants to be dealing with.
How do you? Probably a question that comes up. How can you tell there's mold? Right. Yeah. A common thing is when there's white stuff in your tape or black stuff, you don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Now we're not talking a mark, but a lot of times on the tape actually itself inside, you'll see white stuff you can't really explain. Yeah, that's mold.
Yeah.
Inside a box, what you'll see is black streaks. Like, what's that? That's mold. So, don't be a duck.
Don't send it. We'll send it back.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. We're just going to send it back. You know, it's best if we could avoid the waste of shipping costs and stuff for both everyone. So,
exactly. Oh no, I forgot what I was going to say. The open box. We're talking about open box. We like open box.
We love movies.
We love movies. We love music.
Movies and music.
Movies and music. It's gonna be our new catchphrase.
Yeah, well, the categories on the site say movies and music.
Movies and music.
Yeah, you'll literally pick the different parts.
Yeah. And oh no.
Brain fart.
Sorry. Yeah, I totally. My mind's gone blank. We're talking about open box, and now I'm lost. Where am I? What are we doing?
Hey,
what day is it?
We're at Rewind Studio in Southern California.
Rewind Studio.
It starts snowing.
Yeah.
It starts snowing right before I left.
It's like a blizzard.
Where we live, that it hasn't really snowed where it caught the ground for like 30 years, so it started to actually snow.
Did it actually start?
No, it didn't catch. Today. So to me, that's to most people that are sitting in Nebraska, Wisconsin, they're like, you're such an asshole. But
it's like that's not snow. I can't remember what I was going to mention about the open box tape. Oh, I remember now. I remember now. We are going to put as much information on the back of the label about what is on that tape specifically. So if you've ever had some of you've made.
Well, here's a good example. On this one, it says rental copy from C&J Video, and how we know that there's a sticker on the bottom that we just decided to leave there.
Show everybody. Let's get better.
Cool. Yep, I can't really tell anyways.
Can't really tell. Oh, but there you go, C&J. You kind of
well, it kind of goes to its provenance, and also it's cool, stuff like that. Sometimes, myself, I like time period stickers. So also, if you're asking for sticker removal, please specify which stickers if it's not obvious. Sometimes there's a retail sticker and some price sticker. Yeah, we're gonna know to just remove the price sticker that's a paper sticker.
Yeah.
But if it's a tapes have quite a few stickers.
Yeah.
So if we'll probably reach out if we have any question, but do, if you can, just specify in the notes which sticker you want removed or don't want removed. Obviously, the label's not a sticker.
Yeah, obviously. And feel free to send letters with your boxes. We had a delivery in today, and the client had put in an insert just kind of describing more about the tape and the situation, and just giving us more information. You can never give us too much information about what you want us to know.
And we're always learning. So
we're always learning.
You know, it's great to, someone's like, hey, watch out for this, check this, and like, hey, it never hurts, is what I'd say.
And more on the information in the back of the label. For instance, this Halloween.
Look how freaking beautiful that
right.
is. Like, that's the thing I love, is like, you go to buy this seal, it's probably thousands of dollars. Or you could buy the open box for probably, what, $20, $30? Yeah. I just like that people can enter the hobby at an affordable price point.
Yeah. And so with this Halloween, we suspect that this one was probably a rental copy.
Oh, yeah.
So on the label, it says it has a 1995 SRP
suggested retail.
Yeah, on the label, which is super impressive. Really neat. And it's a 1985 label. So this is the kind of information we'll put on the back of this label.
If there's a date on the tape label, we will put it on the front. Because a lot of times you'll have a date copyright on the box of, say, 82 or 81, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then 85 on the tape. And both that you want right away. And that actually happened a lot more tapes. And that's where open box is really interesting, is you get a lot closer to the exact dates.
Yeah, you can have early boxes with late tapes. And sometimes it's very difficult to know which is which.
And that's the thing. A lot of times, some people are like, well, those are swapped out, It's not, a lot of times they really did use old boxes.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, they didn't make the conversion, or they just had new labels.
Yeah.
And you see that in other mediums, too. So,
well, CBS Fox were great at that.
Yeah.
In 1984, they had a set design, and that didn't change for years. Like, in some cases, that didn't change for 4 or 5 years. They were just putting in different tapes because they just manufactured a whole bunch of these boxes, and they're like, cool, we're going to stick with this, we're going to stick with these movies. And sometimes the only way you can tell is based on the wrap, or based on the watermarks, or based on stickers that are present or not present in some cases. Mm-hmm. And yeah, the open box is actually, here's a good segue from open box to sealed. If somebody has, let's say, well, actually, I'm
letting you go with this all the way.
No, don't let me go.
No. Let's go into, because I have another segment I want to talk about after this. So let's go into the announcement.
Okay.
And then we could talk about
Great.
it. So the announcement. Do you want to?
Let's pose the question. So if somebody sends a tape that has a seal, but the seal is torn, or it is obvious that this tape is now an open box, it's not in very good condition, what should somebody do, Dan?
Grade it archived. Is that what I'm supposed to do?
Yeah.
Oh, you really got me there. I'm like, grade it? I don't know. So
can you tell that we don't rehearse?
Yeah, I actually just showed up like a minute before we started. So, the new thing is that we're starting with archived. What this does, if you want something authenticated but not graded. Now, some people are like, why would you want that? Some people do, and we understand that. So we had this requested over and over. So we call it archived, and what we allow it to happen is that we don't grade it. We just say this is an authentic piece, and we notate all the details that we can of the tape. And this makes it so, hey, this is a legitimate tape. It just has an A. That way, if you don't want to get stuff graded and play in that kind of atmosphere, you could just do archived. So,
and this is a perfect example. This is it's a beautiful media Halloween, and it has an awful tear on the top of the seal, but we're able to authenticate it and still say it's genuine. And this is, some people will grade anything. This is important.
Well, we don't grade anything.
No, anything.
It makes us sound like
condition.
Like hordes of grading. We'll grade anything.
if it gets a low grade, it gets a low grade. Some
Yeah.
people don't want that. Some people do. Some people don't care. And this is for the people who
Don't care either way.
Don't care either way.
We don't let people switch after the fact.
Yes.
So we have a process here. So if you get something graded, that's it. You'll be able to choose starting next week if it's you want it graded or archived. And if it's archived, that means it's not graded. So
Yep.
Once you choose that, that's what it is.
Yep.
So, but the
Yep.
great thing about it is, you know, like that is a perfect example. Still has the plastic on it. Beautiful copy of an open box Halloween.
Yeah.
You're just happy to have it. You don't want to grade. Because I know myself sometimes it's like, well, I don't want a 7.5. But you'd look at it in your hand, you'd be like, this is amazing. Well,
Yeah.
this kind of solves that problem.
Yeah. And we've actually had people reach out, quite a few people reach out and be like, hey, I have this tape. I don't really care about the grading. I just want to protect it for years to come. And that's what this does. This will protect the tape for years to come so you can hand it down to your kids or whatever without having to get it graded. Because that's, not everybody's into it for that. Some people literally just want a museum piece. They just want something that is protected from getting further damage and is authenticated for what is on the inside.
Do we have the one with the... Do we have the one we did for a client? Because I'd like to show off the collection at the bottom. Is that one?
one.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
if we could show...
Yeah.
If you submit 50 tapes at one time, you could have a notation of the collection it's from. So this is from what we assume is the True North collections, and this makes it so you can notate the provenance. Am I saying not
Provenance.
of the tape. So
It adds provenance to the
yeah, if you do 50, you get to name it and have it on the front of the label.
Yeah.
So this is more for big collections that want to have it done at one time. So if you
Yeah.
submit 50 tapes, you could put that on the bottom. Now there's no curse words and stuff or goofiness
Yeah.
to a certain extent. But like if you have a company name or, hey, this was found a California collection, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah. So it's kind of makes it something fun that you know where this came from what time, because in other collectibles, it's not all about grading, it's about where it came from.
Exactly.
So it's fun to kind of add that to that. So
Yeah.
again, you see it on the front, and again, this is another way for us to help people preserve their history of tapes.
Yeah, and that's the archival side of it is the preservation of your tape. I mean, I think it's great. Like I love the fact that there's people out there who do want that. They're not into the grading or whatever. They just want something to protect their tape and have it authenticated as well, because that's important.
Well, they love the how these display so much, but they're not all into the grading part, and we
Yeah.
understand that. We're not trying
Yeah.
to push what we like what I like, onto other people, so they get
Yeah.
to more or less choose how they want to collect.
Yeah, it's like pick your own adventure.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
here's your path. Go
Yeah.
conquer that mountain.
Yeah. And with all these services, with now starting Open Box, we can now offer more additional services. It's not worded correctly, but there will be a variation in additional services from Sealed. So in time, we want to be able to offer the authentication of the reels. Like this, that's important. Is when we're authenticating these, unless that service is explicitly asked for, we are not authenticating the reels that are on the inside of these tapes.
Yeah.
And
The amount of time it takes.
yeah,
is
and
next level.
there are occasions when we will not be able to authenticate a tape, and they will be made clear to you if you submit a tape. Some things to watch out for, just before you send us anything that's open box, is look for the security
Wait,
stickers.
I want to do this better.
Oh.
Callum, what should a client look forward to? What should they look into before submitting?
Thank you for asking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so on your tape, especially the early ones, there tends to be some sort of security sticker. And that will be across the seam of the actual cassette itself, the tape itself. And that's a tamper evidency sticker, so that if somebody has removed that case to replace the reels for whatever reason, most of the time it was to take the reels out, put it in another case, and return it to the rental store and sell the true copy. If those stickers are broken, we can't accept, because we can't authenticate the reels.
It's notated. We're finalizing what it's going to be notated exactly, but it's not a dual authentic piece, so it's marked differently.
We have some questions already. We may as well jump into them. Or do you want to...
Yeah, let's do that, and then
Yeah?
I'd like to talk about music a little bit because there was an announcement last week.
There was.
Yeah.
We want to address it.
No,
So
yeah.
this is from Chrome Slabs. Do you have an example of a graded tape at the lowest level? What would that Halloween have graded? That's a great question. I'm not sure what that Halloween would have graded. We didn't grade it. We didn't have any reason. What
7-0? I don't know.
Well, you know, what you can't really see in video is the back top lip of this tape.
Yeah,
it is heavily frayed, heavily worn.
But that's where this comes in really nicely because
Yeah.
it presents like a champion. And honestly, anyone would be like, "Hey, this is beautiful," but it has this, and
Yeah.
like having an archive, it like okay, you know what? It's okay that it has that.
Yeah.
You know, so.
And I don't currently have any examples with us right now of what is the lowest graded tape we have, but
I could find some.
we've definitely graded a 7. We definitely graded a 7.2 or
We graded
7.3.
6.5 or
Was it
6.
6.5?
Yeah, we've graded. There was something with some under a 7 usually has some pretty, not just like a tear here or there, has some
Yeah.
significant problems.
Yeah. And it was a 2.5 or 3 star. So we have seen them. They do come along, and people do want them graded. And you know, per to them.
Yeah.
To be honest. And then Matt Huskinson.
Hey Matt.
How do you check provenance though? If I send 50 tapes, say they came from all over the shop, and you're also working and miss things. So the provenance is what a client wants to give it.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily like in video games where things have come from.
This isn't a
collection.
pedigree.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
different here. This is someone naming their own collection.
Yeah.
So it's their choice of provenance. That doesn't mean we're saying, hey, this came out of California. Now, when we mark something a pedigree, which will be very much different, we'll have a different label.
Yeah.
Actually, it won't look the same. That's
Yeah.
different. But this is people being able to name their own collection.
Yeah.
So if you want to call it the Huskinson Elite Collection, power to you.
That's it. Yeah. And for some people, that just gives them like a little bit more personality to their own tapes. They might never do anything with them, but they just like that. You know, it's either their name or their brand or whatever you want, within reason, obviously. That just makes your tape unique.
Yeah, I mean, if you have your own collection, you being able to say, this is my personal collection, it's cool to show friends and family, you know, hey, you know, this says my company's name on it. And if you have a store, you know, and you go, hey, this is the Huskinson Super Elite. Now we're jumping to Super Elite collection. You know, people can go like, yeah, I got it from this dealer or this seller.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool to kind of let people choose what they want to do within reason.
And what you don't see on these mock-ups is you don't see the barcode, the QR code on the side. That will be present on your tapes, and that will give you the same information as what you would expect to see from a sealed tape.
Yeah, these were demos for now. Yeah. We just want to make sure to get these for this live stream, but we will be putting QR codes on the side. That's just...
And it will link to your... So if you've not been on our website, and our new website will also have this feature, is you can go on and see all your tapes in one place and see all the grades you have. And in time, it will then show more information about that particular
certification
movie.
lookup, like say if you want to look up another cert that you're buying and such, because you know it's important to see the information and
and that is the place that will be the place to find the most up-to-date information on that specific tape. You know, if there's anything that we've added, most of the time it's things that we've added. It's very, very rare that we're actually going to remove any information. You know, we're just going to keep adding to the information that's out there.
Now, do we have any other questions before I go to music? I want to make sure VHS is the majority of this. I want to have fun. And
let me see. Matt says, got it, thanks. And VHS Showtime just got in. Hello.
Oh, hey.
Welcome.
Good
Well,
day.
for anybody that just joined.
Good to see you.
For anybody who doesn't know what's going on, we're doing open box. We're doing archived. Here's a little close-up of what an open box tape is going to look
Did
like.
we show an archived one up there?
We have not. No, I didn't get that done.
Well, you know, all these new functions, you know.
Yeah,
Rome wasn't built in a day.
Exactly.
Probably in about 6 or 7 days.
I got sidetracked and too excited when I was like, oh, I could put this up on the live stream. I don't need to hold up the tape for
That's
everybody
awesome.
to see.
No, this is sick. I love the new setup for our live streams because it's dope, you know.
It is.
Thank you guys for looking at this with us. So to go into the music part, let's talk about there was another third party authenticator or whatever you want to call it, a grading company, announced, and it made us think we're like they're the first music grading company, and we're like, wait, but
hold on.
I go, the funny thing is, we're not even the first music grading company. No. We're not. There's been one or two before us, and we recognize that. So with that being said, we thought it was kind of funny, and also that I look forward to seeing what they authenticate, because there's certain stuff we don't think is at this point in technology responsible to authenticate.
Yeah.
The CDs without security features or hype stickers are something we will not take. Yeah. Unless we find out some crazy way, because at this point in technology, like we can replicate that.
Yeah.
Very easily.
Yeah.
So, we find it. We'll see if any other company does accept those.
Yeah.
We find it irresponsible, so we won't. So I want to be clear. Like, if you will have a CD from 1993 that won't have a title strip, if it doesn't have a hype sticker, we definitely will not be planning to authenticate those, because there's nothing we can do to prove it wasn't rewrapped.
Yeah. At this point. And
that's the thing. I'm not saying open them. I'm not saying anything beyond that. The thing is, it's simple. The same plastic that's being used today. It's done with heat, and we know exactly how.
We know how it's done.
Yeah, we know how we can do it right here in house, and that would not be good. So we want to make sure when we put our name on something that it's responsible.
Exactly.
So we had that question about, are you going to do this, that, and we want to be like, hey, CDs. We're still sticking on title strips and hype stickers. Yeah. To start.
Yeah, and that's important. Because there are like those early CDs that just don't.
Because 94 is when the title strip came out, and now there's hype stickers before that. Say Nirvana Nevermind has that black with the blue writing, I believe it is, and there's some other ones like that are very specific to those. So it was good to notate that. That's what we can grade, is ones with specific hype stickers. And when I say title, the title strip is that white strip at the top that when you're in the store, it was on top. At one point in 94, they figured, hey, people got to figure out what CD this is. Yeah. And they flip through. We will not be grading long box CDs in the beginning. We do plan to do that in time, but it is something we're looking into, and I would love, because those are dope. There's not a whole lot out there, but they're cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Same with the cassettes as well, those long box.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the one that Disney one, super unique.
Yeah, and we're working very hard to release CDs and cassettes.
Yes. As soon as we can.
I don't want to put a date out there, but the thing is, it's like VHS where we do injection molding. So while I've been on this road, I think for a year and a half, I forgot how long it's been. It's been when VHS started, then CDs, music, all that started. And the thing is, to do it right. We don't do acrylic. Acrylic, you can just cut stuff and then glue it. Yeah, it's not our style.
No. And the glue, you have a risk of the glue getting on your collectible. And what would be worse than sending it to a grading company to get authenticated? They then encapsulate it, but end up doing more damage than...
Yeah, I mean, I love acrylic stuff, so, we're not here to talk negative about it, but that's just not what we believe the best way of preservation is.
Yeah.
So that's why we did injection molding. Injection molding is a very long process.
Yeah.
Acrylic, you can have a machine that cuts it that day.
Yeah.
These are made in the... are actually manufactured, and everything has to get just right, so when these clips go in, they break when they go off, and also that the polycarbonate is a beast of a material.
It's just so beautiful. You don't get those curves that and it doesn't weigh a ton.
Yeah,
it's not.
Well, it's not sharp.
Heavy.
It's not like I cut myself. But it's not. It's you don't see glue, because there is no. The thing is, we don't use any glue with any part of the encapsulation. When this snaps in, it snaps in, and it's funny because people are like, well, what if someone took it off? I'm like, well, the clips are broken. There's at least 2 clips broken, and you can't just get it back on because the clip won't latch. So it's funny because that is it took, I think, an extra 5 months to make sure the clips broke correctly. Like, that's the craziness to these designs is, besides Sonic Welding, I don't know if anyone else does anything like this.
Not that I'm aware of.
I don't that are latches that
Yeah.
That's the thing, because polycarbonate so strong that they won't break every time at this thing. So you have to get into a certain thinness that's strong enough to clip in, but not you can't. It breaks when you try to push it out.
Yeah.
And we've definitely tested it over and over and over.
Oh, yeah.
And over and over.
Yeah.
And then off the third story and again.
Oh, also, when the website goes live, there's also going to be articles there.
Ooh.
Research articles. And so far we have
this new site.
3, I think. Or at least 1.
Yeah, well, there's the magnetic article that will be dropping on the drop of the website. We're hoping Friday.
It's going to blow your mind.
Yeah, and then there's that article, and we'll next Wednesday talk about the article.
Yeah,
that'll be fun.
We'll
talk about the research, and we like to hear your comments. Again, I think it's a community effort to learn more,
definitely
expand the research. So if you see anything possibly that was missed, do reach out. I mean, it's not the end of the world. There's different versions to these, and we're trying to learn and go thing. Now, I think I've read the article, and it's amazing, and I think it's going to teach a lot of people a lot of things.
Yeah, and a lot of knowledge that is not readily available.
Yeah.
There's some nuggets in there that I haven't found anywhere else.
I think it includes a full list of every magnetic.
We're hopeful that we'll have the full catalog of magnetic videos, which is over 420 tapes they released as magnetic video.
I know they're working hard on that, so.
And it'll have the catalog number, the title, the production studio, the year that movie was released, and the year that tape was released as well.
So
the first pressing of that tape.
So awesome.
And then next Wednesday, that would be a great day to
we'll go over it, talk about it here. So don't miss that. Anything with the music that I'm glad to hear more people grading music, and I wish them the best of luck.
Yeah,
I wanted to give an update on our beautiful music that we're going to be doing. I hope they have experts that are knowledgeable and smart, and know what they're doing.
Yeah. But you can also just wait for us.
Yeah. Oh, I promise that that's the thing that it's always hard for myself with grading companies. It's like I just want it done right. And that's the hard thing is like anyone can put anything in a case and put a grade and say, hey, I think it's authentic.
Yeah.
So it is something that I can't wait for us to do it because I own thousands of pieces of musical media, a lot of it sealed, and learned. And the only way you learn is to make the mistakes. Yeah. And I've definitely made mistakes and learned from them and learned from them again. And it's fun. I mean, I want to go more into it, but and then
with music, we're going to have hopefully some special guests from the get-go. Hey, what?
I just shushed you.
Oh,
I shushed you.
Oh God, I've been shushed.
He's never been shushed. We almost lost it here.
We're almost giving away too many things.
Yeah, gosh.
I can't hold my own water. I just want to spill all the beans.
Oh yeah.
I just want everybody to be excited.
There's a can there that just had it spilled with a bunch of beans.
Do you want to? What's your cassette of the day? What?
I haven't thought about it. Let's go.
I also can't think of a fun fact. I'm slacking in these fun facts.
Oh yeah, they definitely need fun facts. I'm gonna pick one for you, just because
one for me.
This is yours.
Okay. Oh, nice.
I knew that would be more you than me.
Yes.
Let's see.
What did I find out this week? Well, we found out some not so fun fact, but kind of geeking knowledge that there used to be, and there still is, a board for barcodes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember John. Yeah.
Yeah, one of our
good guy.
one of our manufacturers here, local, which is awesome. He was telling us that he just looked at a barcode. And he's like, oh yeah, that's a standard barcode from back in the day. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. I'm like, tell me more. And barcodes throughout history, in the early days, people were told how a barcode should be. People were told how the layout was. They were told what numbers they were allowed to use. And if you were a company, you had specific numbers that went with your company. And as we got later on, we started running out of numbers. So you used to buy one set, and now you need to buy 6 or 7 different sets of barcode numbers for one company, just to kind of cover everything. That was an interesting little fact that I'd never considered that there was a body, an overarching body on what a barcode should look like. So yeah, we'll probably release some more information on that. I definitely want to write an article about that because that affects all media, not just VHS.
I'm picking two, and one is a random one I've never heard of, so I just like the name of it. It's Sergeant Pepper Knew My Father.
Oh,
I don't know what band that is, so I hope it's not like a horrible, death-killing, type of music.
yeah,
but
that's
I think
brave.
that's a cool name.
Rare
It's
import.
rare import, and it doesn't look like it came from a major label, but it has a cool little. I call that a cigarette.
Yeah.
It's a tear strip on
Yeah,
it.
tear strip. Yeah.
I don't know if I actually did this one
1988.
before. Is The Who, Tommy? This is not a first print of it, but it is looks like an 80s release of it.
That's probably also a reseal.
Oh no, this is actually out of UK.
UK copy that. Would
Yeah,
make
because
sense.
that's where it has the tear. So-
And the album that you picked for me was Meatloaf. By Hell 2. Love me some Meatloaf.
Yeah, who doesn't like Pinball Wizard? From
Yes.
the
Yes.
that was a great song.
God, I love cassettes.
Yeah, we're just gonna sit here and look at.
Right, we're
cassettes.
just don't mind.
I mean,
us,
if you
just
want, you
like,
can put on the music of it. No,
Dude, I wish.
Pinball Wizard's like such a song of the times.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like who would sing about pinball? I love pinball. Pinball's awesome, but like it is cool.
Oh, these were both MCA. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's
I like the sticker on the back of that one.
Yeah, yeah.
Show them the hype sticker. Has this really dope hype sticker. Usually hype stickers are for the front, but it looks like they didn't want to cover up the artwork, so they put it on the back on this one. Yep.
We need to get a close-up cam.
Yeah, maybe we'll have a camera on the table.
Yeah, so we can show more.
Yeah. Well, any questions? I mean, we kind of ran the marathon.
That's it. That's all we've got. So, does anybody have any questions? Tracy, have you seen any questions pop up yet?
No, you answered the ones that I've seen there.
Brilliant.
Gotcha. Any last things? Because this is gonna be the end of
This
Rewind
is gonna-
Wednesday, and we're
yeah.
gonna be able
We realized last week and now this week that we do have a slight lag in our video. So I think usually when we ask for questions, we're like, oh, no questions, but nobody hears it, and then we just end the stream.
That makes sense.
Yeah, right. Because I'm like, how have people been missing out on question time? People
Well, that was
love
like
to
the one
ask some
time when we got
questions.
one like right when it was ending.
Yeah.
Because we didn't know the lag.
Yeah. So yeah, if you have any questions,
Any questions on the VHS open box, archived, music?
Anything.
Yeah.
if you want to know how we're doing,
Yeah. You want to know what kind of product Colin uses on his hair?
yeah, I can tell you.
Yeah. Don't. It's a spoiler. Spoiler.
It is a spoiler.
Yeah. Don't wait till the last episode. Can't give away the goods.
The very last episode in the next 10, 20, 30 years.
30 years from now.
When I retire, that will be what I tell everybody.
The trick, everyone's gonna be like
Yeah.
guessing forever. I know I've been guessing this whole time. Like
That's
who
the-
hasn't been guessing?
Right.
But no, I want to say thank you to the people that have reached out in the last week. Always a pleasure. I want to say thank you to Shane. That
Yeah.
was a very much thank you for all the insight.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Good chat. And yeah, to everybody who phones in, who emails, who's submitting tapes, all that jazz, thank you very much. We do appreciate it. And yeah, this next step in doing open box and stuff, we can't wait. And somebody did ask a question. May have missed it. When will the new site launch?
He says Friday. I'm gonna say Monday because.
That's fair.
Yeah, we made one bigger change at the end that just delayed it, just because we want to make sure that
Yeah.
we don't want to make too many big changes, but it's gonna make the process very clean. So we were told Friday. We're gonna shoot for Monday, but if you'd like to submit open box, you can submit it now by picking. You'll pick sealed, but if you send in an open box, we are grading them now.
Yep.
And if you submit 50 or more, you could have a name collection, as you see on the front.
For archived.
Only.
Yep.
Only for archived because of the type of service.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
well, thank you everyone for
Yeah.
tuning in. Another fun Wednesday with Rewind.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Thank you very
till
much.
next time.
Have a good one.